Yo, YouTube, what's up? Chooch here. Do not adjust your cameras. That is exactly what you see. Um, Someone didn't mess with my with AI and change my Eagle into a KC. Well, that is because my good friend who helps me put together some thoughts every day by talking real postal talk with me, a fellow carrier. Mentioned him in a previous video. Let me get a little more light here. I just wanted to pay homage to him, homage, whatever you call it, by wearing his shirt and saying, I love you, brother, and appreciate, as always, the inspiration. Speaking of inspiration and other people I love, JH back on the scene. Thank God. Yeah, I said, it's like riding a bike for him. I feel like I still got my training wheels on, but it's fantastic to have seen him back. That's why I wanted to jump on and just put something out real quick. But I also wanted to read something. It's very good carrier knowledge. Goes back quite a ways. Some people know it, some people don't. But I have it here in front of me. It's a reliable piece of real information from real carrier days and a real situation that where you had a grievance and you had a certain method that management used and a certain method that carrier, retorts with and the union retorts with. So I'll just read through it real quick and I'll be on my way. So here we go. This is dated July 26, 1972. So I was minus 8 years old when this was put together. But nonetheless, it still pertains 50 something years later. 53 years later, this still is the rule. This still is how a situation can be diffused when you think that, something could be taken out of proportion. You as the carrier doing your job, following procedure and orders, will successfully deal with this particular situation. So here we go. On July 26, 1972, we met with you, said carrier, to discuss the above captioned grievance at the fourth step of our contractual grievance procedure. So discussion between management and a particular carrier and the union. Okay. A review of the materials submitted, and stay with me with the words. I'll explain them in more layman's terms. A review of the materials submitted at the fourth step level indicates that the grievance did inform management of their inability to complete their routes in 8 hours. Further, it was demonstrated that they were ordered by management to complete the routes. Although there was no expressed authorization, that's the important part, to complete the delivery of the mail on an overtime basis, the permission would be inherent in the authorization to continue delivery after notification that the grievance were unable to complete the route. Therefore, the grievance shall be awarded overtime for the exact amount of time worked on said date. So, if you didn't follow that in the terms of how it was written in the more official written grievance form, it basically is saying that if you as a carrier are not going to make your 8 hours and management tells you that you have to stay within your 8 hours and deliver all your mail, despite you filling out a 96, or just knowing in your heart of hearts that you know your route more than management does, so you cover yourself by filling out the 96, yet you could still somehow end up in a disciplinary situation like this person did, because inevitably you have to do something with the mail. You either bring it back, you either stay out there, or you have somebody come out to take it off of you and you get yourself back to get off the clock in 8 hours. Otherwise, management instructs you to say, deliver all the mail and finish your route. And maybe while they might say to you, be done in 8 hours and finish all the mail, you say, I can't do both things, and you're not being really given a clear answer. So essentially, you stay out there, you finish on overtime because you were instructed to deliver all mail regardless. So that's something that I wanted to read because it came across my desk, and I don't really have a desk, but I talk at a desk here, but I have a case ledge essentially, and I have research that I do. So that is very, very important to understand for when in that situation, a carrier is maybe non-ODL and or having to do their 8-hour day, and essentially you have to have more time allotted to you. You believe to, but obviously management's telling you finish all the mail, be back at 8. You can't do it, so that's what happens in that situation. And it's a shame that something 50 years old still happens, but nonetheless, there's your rules. And knowledge is power, and it's unfortunate that that situation would still be brought to disciplinary action, but nonetheless, you know here we know what we know. Now you know something a little bit more. Now you're a little bit smarter, maybe a little bit more knowledgeable. I hope I am helping somewhere along the way. Obviously, once again, glad, thankful to see JH back on the scene, and thank you to my KC Chiefs friend for his inspiration and his guidance, along with some of my other fellas that I speak to on a regular basis that are everyday mail carriers. Sometimes I bust their balls, but sometimes, we have a good laugh when we share stories, and in the end, people go to work when they're supposed to, and people kick back and enjoy life when they're supposed to. So much appreciated. And I can't. It's like people are like, "What is this guy doing wearing this shirt?" That's for you, brother. I love you guys, and it's good to just have a little something to put out there in the carrier world. And I want to keep that knowledge coming, and stay clear of controversies and things that that transpired in the last couple of days. Like Jay just said in his video, I'm not going to entertain people that put out, things that are non-productive to changing the culture. Ignorance is not going to be tolerated. It's not going to be, we're just going to not deal with that, because again, if you're putting that out there, you don't belong here. So just like in any walk of life, should be doing things for the betterment of life, for helping people, not the opposite. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody listening. Go Birds. Tomorrow, my daughter goes for her cheerleader training. It's going to be awesome. And then on Sunday is the big day that I told you about in the other video, where she's going to be doing her thing with the cheerleaders at the link on Sunday at the game. So I won't be wearing this shirt there. Trust me. All right. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll talk soon. Chooch it out. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it.